the Kansas State Wildcats' Bill Snyder Family Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Cyclones will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Johnson wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot. Got him downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Hey, a lot of coaches talk about, let's set the tone early. Let's come out and assert our style. I like it. Let's just come out and fling it and make a big play and make this defense know we're ready to get this thing rolling.
Looking down the middle. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check.
Lets it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll give it to the back. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. The Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Wildcats! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's ability just to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. There he goes. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a...
Beck's going for the goal line. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Number 82 with the carry.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. Johnson looking to throw. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's
picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Looking for room, it's Hansen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The Cyclones are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat on hat to go get that first.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Dropping back, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Off and running. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cyclones!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 35. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And back to the air on second down. Scrambling away. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Fourth down coming up.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Hansen. Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Running behind that left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Just listen to the Little Apple. You can hear it all the way to the Big Apple as they try to get the defense off the field. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Here's a heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Trying to power it in. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Iowa State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Trying to surge it in. He gets there. 2-point conversion is good, and the lead now stands at 9. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Johnson wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't.
Going over the top. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab on the big throw. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to the toss. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. It's caught downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Beck. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. On target. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
The Wildcats buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses
Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the right side. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
From the gun, the running back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Johnson looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going.
Turning it on! Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's 1 step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
After run, now throw. Catch in the middle, it's Townsend. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Cyclones have this offense rolling. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. To throw, it's Beck. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Between the uprights, it's good.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
He lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Beck. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Kansas City, 16.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he loses the football. Kicking team's got it. Touchdown, Iowa State! And the stomping has commenced.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a... He's going for a big play downfield. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the catch down the right side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. He'll take another shot here. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Yep. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary. They go deep. The defense knows it's coming. Where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
Off the play fake. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
22.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.